Okay, so if you're like me and recently you've been playing COD and find that you've just been having bad time trying to aim in around people nearby, close by, long range, mid range, long distance, it doesn't really matter, just having a bit of a problem where the game doesn't feel either as responsive as you want it to be, or just not really getting the slowdown and the aim assist that you're expecting to get, like how you used to get on this game. There's a couple of things I think have changed in the patches. In the patches from two patches ago that changed up the aim response settings and the aim assist settings and the values of each one. So at the moment I'm running dynamic aim response and a standard aim assist, and what I'm finding is that sometimes my gun just doesn't lock on. Like how I shoot guns or how I aim on this game is I use both sticks. Quickly turn them. Yeah, use both sticks, strafe side to side, you know, and try and get the kills that way. What I'm finding is at the moment is, especially on Warzone and just online, I'm finding that there are a lot of engagements where I'm running into where the gun just, like there, kind of felt it, just doesn't feel like it's locking on to any targets nearby. It doesn't help with the slowdown. It's just losing more gunfights than I was before, based on the fact that I don't feel anywhere near as comfortable using the settings that I always used. So I think there's been some changes in the aim response. Look at that, there was nothing there. The aim response and I know it's a further distance away, but it's just what I mean. It's like before it didn't really feel like this. There's been some changes where maybe it's the distance at which you get aim assist, or how well your aim assist works at different lengths with this, that they've changed. I'm not sure, but it just doesn't feel anywhere near as comfortable as I once felt using this. And this reason I picked this, the aim response and the aim assist on these two, being dynamic aim response, and I think it's standard aim assist, because at the time those two felt the best. They felt like they were the most manageable. I could kill a lot more people using those ones at the start of the game. Those response settings at the start of the game, those aim assist values at the start of the game, compared to now, and especially like 2 updates ago where everything just feels completely off. So yeah, I'd say I really noticed it when the dead zone settings came out. I don't like dead zone settings at all. If possible, I try and keep them as close to 1 or 0 as possible, but I play between like 0.02, 0.04 while I play with. I'll just really stick between like there. Most of the time I'll be on 0.03. My sensitivity used to be at 6 or 5. I used to play with for horizontal and vertical. I used to both play at 6 and 5, but those felt completely different after a couple updates ago. That was bumming in. Yeah, those felt completely different after a couple updates ago. So I had to pretty much double those values. And now I play on 12 on the horizontal and on vertical. And what I've also done is I changed the, so this is where the main changes actually come in. The aim response curve, I used to play on dynamic for the S-curve mapping and the fine aim control, but I'm finding that fine aim control is kind of messing up the aim a lot. I don't think it's helping in some situations, and I think it's like mixed in with controller drift and other things. I think it's having an adverse effect. So I swapped back to standard, which is kind of how older CODs feel. So I don't have the S that when you're aiming up and down, and aiming side to side does feel slightly different. But you see how like the straight away I aimed it and I was trying to aim in there, but I can't bring it up to him, and it kind of just pulls me into a position I don't want to be with these settings right now. And again, that's not how it used to feel. It used to feel a lot stronger, it used to feel a lot better. And now it just feels completely off. So with that, what I've been playing around with is either focusing or precision. and what those will do is increase your aim slowdown when you're near a target. So for precision, I believe it's when you're closer to the target, it'll kick in, but it's definitely a stronger aim assist than if you were using standard, and it will help your aim a lot more. I feel like how you were shooting before. See that there's a longer distance there where I'm still getting aim assist, whereas standard, I felt like after about 10 meters or so, your aim assist it's non-existent. And especially in Warzone where you're taking those long fights, everything it comes down to is 1 or 2 bullets, and if you're missing 3 or 4 bullets because of aim assist, you're not going to win the gunfight against a guy who's got an MP5 or anything up close. It's just not going to work. So yeah, I've been switching between precision and focusing. The aim slowdown is tremendously better. You can hit a lot more shots. Standard, make sure it's made my aim. Look at that. Like if I was on standard there, for standard aim assist, I don't think I'd get that kill. Wouldn't lock onto him as easily. I'd probably be aiming into the side of him or something like that, just because I'm not getting as much. It's just not how it used to feel. So this is focusing. I like focusing. Sorry, this is precision. Sorry. I like precision. I think it helps a lot. It's, like I said, it's so much better than standard. Standard has been stealth nerfed into the ground, in my opinion, because after a certain point, nothing happens. Your gun will just be, you're free firing for the most part. It's just nowhere near as strong or as accurate shooting from standard as it is shooting in precision or focusing. Your gun's more reliable. It feels much more COD-like. You're not running around playing like you have no aim assist. It's just these are definitely 2 changes that I would make for now. It's not a perfect fix, because like there's still times where you feel like your gun's just swaying all over the place kinda, and it's just not really I speak about it, just like then it kinda just doesn't feel right at times. Probably could use the MP7, that's a short range, but you know what I mean. It's just the gun just doesn't. The game had a change, and as far as I can tell, this is the best way to rectify it. I'm hitting more shots. It's still not perfect. Focusing, I'm not going to say it's broken, but it's definitely. I'd say it has a stronger slowdown when you're near a target with the focusing aim assist. It says it's best for new players, and that can kind of make sense. Your strafe speed isn't as good, in my opinion, because of the slowdown you get from the aim assist. It kind of does screw up your strafe speed at times, but yeah, it's again you actually get a slowdown. You can actually aim in on your target. If you're new to COD, nice shotgun. If you're new to COD, I'd definitely say run focusing. Or if you're new to Warzone, just like trying to get used to it, just run focusing, because you'll be able to, or at least until you just get used to things. But if you're an experienced player on COD, you've been playing for ages, and just recently you've noticed a change in the way your guns have been feeling, I'd say go for precision. Give that a go over standard, and aim assist anyway. To change your aim response back from dynamic down to standard or linear. I don't like linear as much, because sometimes I feel like, especially if you're like bumping the edges of your, you need to do a really sharp turn. Sometimes it just doesn't feel as controlled as standard does. It's just making those sharp turns, trying to lock onto people at a controlled rate. Standard just feels like COD, whereas linear kind of feels like you're just using controller. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense to most people, but some people hopefully does. But yeah, switch between focusing, switch between precision, get off dynamic. I don't think that's handy anymore. And I think you'll find a big difference in, I lost aim assist there, I felt, but there was a few targets I'm juggling between. I prefer precision personally. I think I don't really like focusing as much. I think I prefer precision. It just kind of fits me a bit more. Again, it doesn't feel perfect. I don't know. The game hasn't felt perfect for like a couple patches, but this has helped bring it back somewhat to normality. He hasn't got a silence gun, but it's very nice. See again. My game's kind of bumpy right now. But yeah, I would definitely switch between precision, focusing, give those a go, see what you find best, and your aim response curve. Linear, if that's how you prefer it, go for linear. Standard, I would say, is your best bet. ADS, the speed I have at like 0.9. Used to play on like 0.85, I think it was, but that just wasn't working out anymore. And I found that these are probably the settings I'm gonna run for now, just to give them a go and see if I can like get my KD back to how it was in Warzone. But yeah, this definitely helps a little bit. It doesn't feel as wayward as some of the other, as it used to feel. But again, you still potato a little bit for this. I don't know, it's a lot more manageable. You feel the aim assist way more when you're trying to strafe with those sticks than standard. Without standard, I'm just getting lost on my target. I can never recalibrate back onto my target once, like missing a couple shots. It's gone. There's no point even trying to do the gunfight anymore, because it's just, your bullets are just gonna like potato around your target with zero aim assist. So yeah, give those a go and see if they help. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and drop a like. Yeah, I should be dropping some more videos soon.